This video is sponsored by Squarespace. Hey everyone, what's going on? Welcome back to a new YouTube video. Hopefully you guys are all doing well. Today we're going to be doing a Q&A style video, kind of like a sequel video to the Q&A video that I did a couple months ago. I've just been getting a lot of questions lately over on Instagram, on this YouTube channel, and also like through email and Twitter and such. Lots of questions to answer, and I figured it would be probably the easiest to just make a whole entire video about all the questions that you guys have. So I put out an Instagram story a couple days ago, got tons and tons of responses, and I tried to kind of pick the best ones that I feel like would actually really benefit you guys as viewers of this YouTube channel. So let's not waste any more time. Let's hop into the video, and I'm excited to go through and answer some questions for you guys. The first question is from one of my good friends, actually, Brian Kimson. Brian, if you're watching, what's up, man? He asks, how do you balance work and life? And I think this is such a great question. I honestly, if I'm being completely honest, I don't have the answer. I think I myself, probably alongside a lot of you guys and other, artists as well, and people just who have their own business in general, I don't really know if any of us really know exactly what the formula is to have enough time to devote to our personal life and also to our work. And I've kind of always struggled with this. I think I've definitely made strides and gotten better over the years, but it's something that I definitely have to kind of keep in check and keep learning. One rule of thumb that I definitely have and I try to stick to is I really try to have just like a regular work week. Like it's like I have a 9-to-5 job. I'm here in the office most days, Monday through Friday. And then on the weekends, I really try to just unwind, relax, hang with friends, hang with my girlfriends, go camping, have dinners, stuff like that to just really get my mind off things. And I found that that really works well for me. But I would encourage you guys to kind of figure out what works best for you and definitely try new things and new ways of doing things, because why not? It's the 21st century and we're all just trying to figure out the best way to go about things. I think especially during this whole pandemic, it's definitely been a lot different, but that's typically how I go about things. And I've definitely tried to stay true to that as much as possible during these past 6 months as well. So the next question that we have is from Aaron, and he asks, how do you handle more clients as your photography business grows? And I think this is also another great question. I honestly don't have the perfect answer for this because I think we all have different businesses and we all have, different growth throughout different time periods. But I think something that I've kind of stuck to, is always, if you have the money, it's always a great idea to spend money to make money. And what that means is, investing in yourself, investing in your business. I'm actually in the process right now of hiring a full-time person to come help me shoot and edit these YouTube videos just because I need help. In the past, I've used a bunch of different people to help me make this YouTube channel all the way back to the very beginning. But I'm finally hiring someone on a very full-time basis, a salary and everything. And obviously that's kind of like the higher end of the spectrum. But even you bring that down to, you're struggling to keep up with the amount of clients and the quality of clients that are reaching out, definitely consider getting some help, trying to figure out what is going to be the best way to go about running your business is always a great idea. And especially when you are trying to figure out how your business is going to be able to grow and it's going to be able to grow with the kinds of clients that you want. I definitely recommend looking at hiring somebody, even if it's on a part-time basis or even, just a couple hours a week, that can really allow you to focus on the things that really, you can only do. And, you can kind of shell out everything else to other people who can help you grow your business and get it to a bigger and better place. Next question is from Garrett. He asks, how are things going with the new studio? So as you guys can see, maybe you didn't see the vlog that I put out a couple weeks ago, I moved into a brand new studio space, which I'm so excited about. It's really large, so I'm trying to kind of figure out currently what I want to do with it. Here I have my kind of like nice little A-roll setup, which honestly seems to be working pretty well. I'm excited about that. I definitely have a lot of big, large plans for the future in this space, and I'm really excited to kind of bring you guys along and show you what we got going on. But for now, it's going to be functioning mainly as a YouTube production space, a space for my full-time employee once I get around to hiring them to come work and edit and shoot videos with me. Just kind of a great home base. We're going to be doing photography shoots in here. We're going to be doing studio shoots, product reviews, all that fun stuff. And I'm really excited to kind of make this space a communal space where people can come, people can relax and get inspired. I have tons of photo books behind me that are some of my favorites. And I just love coming in here every day and feeling inspired, feeling excited to work. That's honestly a huge reason why I got this. I felt like this is the right time to kind of invest in myself, invest in my business. Bringing that back to the question about, how do you kind of grow your business with clients? And, this is a perfect example. I'm just investing in myself. I'm getting myself a space that's truly mine, and I'm able to, have just tons of space to work, and I'm really excited about it. Next question is from Jonah. He asks, do you ever reach out to models for a collaboration on Instagram? And if so, tips to do so. Now, I would honestly recommend emailing is probably the best way to not only get a hold of someone, but also plan something and keep it nice and organized. Email is pretty easy to keep organized and make sure that you understand like when and where things are happening and what you're doing versus, getting lost in a bunch of DMs. First of all, the person that you're reaching out to might not even see your DM depending on, if they have a larger audience or something like that. I would definitely recommend email. Most people have an email in their bio. And if you'd like to, work with somebody and you have a solid concept and idea, an email is a great way to share that concept and, try to get things going in that way. I always recommend email. I think it's the best and easiest way to stay organized. And it's also just really professional. And it's easier to kind of pitch and show your ideas. So I would definitely recommend email. Email is a great way to stay organized and stay focused. Next question is from Chris. He asks, go-to film camera and film stock. This is a tough question, but I would definitely have to say probably the Mamiya 7 and Portra 400. Easily my favorite camera setup to date. I've used tons and tons of different film cameras over the years, but that camera I always just keep coming back to. I love specifically shooting landscapes, very minimal landscapes on Portra 400. It's just like the best combo. I don't know. I love it. And it's really, become one of my favorite combos over the years to shoot. Next question is from Hisham, I think is how you say it. He asks, favorite music artists. Now, I have a lot of favorite music artists. Honestly, I can link one of my Spotify playlists down below. One of my favorite artists is definitely Flume. Probably I just think he's so talented and his music is so unique. Big fan of Odessa as well, Chet Faker. I love To Another as an artist that I just kind of found out about, and I love their music as well. If you guys want me to make a playlist at all of any of the music that I listen to, I could definitely drop a Spotify playlist down below. I'll link my profile down below at the very least. If you guys want to go check that out, feel free. But yeah, I'd probably say first and foremost, Flume is definitely my favorite. He's amazing. Next question is from Efron. He asks, when did you start photography? So I started photography when I was about 15 years old. I'm 23 now, so that was about 8 years ago now. Obviously, when I was just starting out, it wasn't anything too crazy. I was just having really a lot of fun. I downloaded Instagram a few years later and then kind of just a whirlwind of an experience. Here I am. I think it's been a really amazing time in my life to obviously these really, kind of younger years, early 20s, I've really been able to kind of grow my photography business and I've had a lot of fun doing it. But yeah, I think about those days all the time in the past just because I think I had so much more motivation, to be honest. It was just like so exciting to go outside and, you didn't really know a lot about photography, but that was like honestly the best part just because you could go take photos and have fun. And I definitely missed that kind of like childlike wonder for photography, just because I didn't really understand everything. Not to say I do now, but I definitely understand a lot more than I did 8 years ago. But yeah, I started 8 years ago, and here I am hoping to do photography for the foreseeable future. So we shall see. Next question asks, how do you make your work stand out from everyone else? Great question. This is kind of a loaded question in my opinion. I don't necessarily have the correct answer for this. I don't really know if there is one, but I think a good rule of thumb is to not copy other photographers, other artists. I think it's great to gain inspiration and, maybe look through photo books, look at people's websites and understand like how they shoot and why they do what they do, breaking things down on a compositional level. Also, understanding how people use light to their advantage. I personally do that all the time, and I try to incorporate bits and pieces of other people's work into my own photography process as well. The more that you kind of make things your own unique way, and obviously that's a lot easier said than done. That's just the easiest way to, kind of stand out, I think. People that I've met that really make really unique, great work that stands out from the rest is they're really consistent, the work is very high quality, and they don't feel the need to share every single day. I think this is something that I really want to harp on, over the next year or so, honestly, on this channel is it's totally okay to feel like you don't have anything to share. I think social media really makes you feel like you have to be sharing stuff every single day, and that's just not the case. Traditional artists in the past would take months and months, if not even longer, to create really incredible bodies of work, and I want to do that for myself as well. And I would highly recommend that you guys try it out as well. Maybe you delete Instagram for the week and just go outside and try to shoot some really unique stuff that isn't influenced by anything you see on social media or Instagram, and just see what you can come up with. You might be really surprised about what you can do. Next question is from Alex. He asks, what is one thing you'd like to accomplish next year? I would definitely say the big thing for me is I really want to do a photo book. And I want to do a book specifically about California and the landscapes here. It's definitely in its infancy in terms of the project as a whole, but I really want to start working towards that. I definitely want to just start traveling around the state and really starting to shoot a lot more work for that. I really want to take quite a while to do it. I want to take several years, but I want to get that started over the next year. I would also definitely say I want to get incredibly consistent with this YouTube channel. I want to see some pretty good growth, and I really want to create stuff specifically on this channel that really kind of challenges the status quo, that is incredibly well produced and really interesting to watch, almost like a TV show. And I think I'll have the ability to do that over the next year, which I'm really excited about. So stay tuned, obviously, for all of that. But there's a lot of exciting things coming, and I'm really excited to see what I can do both with this studio space and hiring someone. I just want to see, kind of what we can do. I think the possibilities, honestly, are endless. Next question is from Patrick. He asks, what do you miss most about the Pacific Northwest? I would definitely say the Pacific Northwest for me feels like home. I obviously I miss home a lot. Being down here in Los Angeles, it really is the polar opposite of the Pacific Northwest. It's hot, it's sunny always, and the Pacific Northwest, especially this time of year, it's rainy, there's beautiful fall colors, there's coffee shops to go to. And it's just like really cozy and inviting, and I don't know, I really do miss it up there a lot. But I do love the weather down here, and I love, the ability to collaborate with like-minded individuals in Los Angeles. But I definitely really miss it up there, and I definitely, in the future, I wouldn't be opposed to eventually going back there. But for now, I really see myself here in Los Angeles, and I really want to just kind of grind out these next couple years and see what I can do. Next question is from Hansa. He asks, favorite coffee and roaster? I would definitely say anything from Proud Mary is one of my favorites. Also Passenger, which is located, I think, in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Those are my two favorite roasters, I would say. They're just incredible. The coffee is so good. Even from anywhere around the world that they get the beans from, the roast is amazing. I would definitely say my favorite bag of beans overall is the Agaro from Passenger. It's so well balanced and delicious and fruity. I would highly recommend you guys go check both of those coffee companies out. I will link those down below, both Passenger and Proud Mary. But yeah, if I had to pick one bag of beans to go to every single day, definitely be the Agaro from Passenger. All right, and the last question is going to be from Ryan. He asks, what will people see from the new studio space? Now, I kind of hinted on this a couple questions ago, but mainly I want this to be a gathering space for people, a gathering, kind of community space. And I really also want this to encourage conversation. And specifically, I want to make a lot more videos in the future around that topic and around conversation, not necessarily a podcast, but I'm really excited to have some of my really talented friends here in Los Angeles on the YouTube channel, and I want to just talk through what it's like being an artist in today's society, and like really interesting topics that I would want to watch. And I really want to kind of, spearhead that and really, kind of develop that as an idea and see what I can do around the topic of long form conversation, just because I really think that could potentially be the future of YouTube. And I really want to make sure that I kind of have like my hand in the pot in terms of long form conversations and, just really interesting topics to talk about paired with really interesting individuals. And I am really excited about that. I'm really excited about the idea of that. I also am really excited to do a lot more studio photography. I haven't really done a lot of it in the past. I've done it for work, but I really want to kind of expand on that and get creative and see what I can do. So that's definitely going to be something in the near future that I'm excited to expand upon. Definitely stay tuned for some videos on studio photography. And if you guys have any, ideas for videos on studio photography, obviously drop those down below as well. I really do enjoy these kinds of videos because I think it allows me to kind of, talk to you guys on a bit of a, more personal level, which I always really do enjoy. So if you guys have any more questions, feel free to leave them down below. I'll definitely be doing more of these in the future. But yeah, thank you so much as always for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. We have some exciting new videos coming next week, so stay tuned for those. We'll see you later. Peace. Before this video does wrap up, I did want to thank today's sponsor, which is Squarespace, for sponsoring today's episode. Squarespace has been a longtime supporter of this YouTube channel, and I can't thank them enough for helping me grow and run my photography business, as well as pump out new videos for you guys. I've been using Squarespace for many, many years, even before this YouTube channel was a thing, and I can't recommend them enough to anybody who's running or starting a small business or even looking to sell digital or physical goods online. To me, it's just plain and simply the easiest option when it comes to designing and maintaining a website, especially with photography in mind. I want my website to complement my images, and I found that Squarespace design and layout options are just really great for laying out images and making collections of my paid and commercial work. If you guys want to check out my website, I'll link that down below, as well as a link for you guys to check out. If you want to start your own website, you can go to squarespace.com/Samuel Elkins to receive 10% off your first website or domain purchase. Thank you so much as always, guys, for watching, and we'll see you next week. Peace.